96.7 KCAL rocks. Here we are on Monday. Let's check in with our guy, Pep, because there is some sports that went down on the weekend.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was probably the best sports weekend that we've had in a long, long time. And I probably won't even get to like Italy versus England for the Euro Cup final or the Wimbledon finals. Like there was so much going on this past sports weekend. It feels so good to have like a normal sports busy weekend again.
Yes, a nice, full, well-rounded sports. It has been a while, for sure, this much stuff.
That Euros final was amazing, but I understand why we would skip over.
Yeah.
But amazing final.
It was, man. It was a great soccer final. I don't know if we got a lot of soccer fans out there, but it was awesome.
Right.
But I do want to talk about the NBA finals, and that was it looks like it's going to be an amazing series after all because Milwaukee was able to battle back on their home floor as the Bucks took Game 3 against Phoenix, 120-100 last night. And it looked like Phoenix was just going to roll them up after winning the first two out in the desert. But now we've got ourselves a series. Giannis had a huge game in Game 3. I feel like Milwaukee might be turning a corner here. This could be a 7-game series.
Well, if it's going to be a home thing, where the home team wins, I guess it'll depend on this next game. But they definitely did not have an answer this game, at least for the Greek Freak.
I mean, it was kind of, Booker wasn't shooting well,
Nope.
And then Ayton got in foul trouble. He only played like 24 minutes. And, I mean, if that's how you can play the Suns and keep that up every time, I just don't see them being able to pull that off all the time.
This is just one of Booker's off nights, maybe.
Yeah.
I
kind of feel like Phoenix is a little bit like the Dallas Mavericks in that you've got this superstar who does a lot of the damage offensively. So if you can contain Booker or, play such great defense, he's going to have an off night. I think you're going to have a chance to make the other guys beat you. And when the big man Ayton is in foul trouble, that's only going to help the cause. So I think, Phoenix is a great team, but obviously Booker is a premier scorer. If he's having an off night or he just can't find the bottom of the net because that Milwaukee defense, I feel like they're like the Dallas Mavericks. You shut down the superstar and you're going to have a chance to win that game.
I think this next game is going to be very telling. I mean, obviously, Booker does not play crappy 2 games in a row. He just doesn't.
Milwaukee does have a blueprint, though. Can they keep executing that?
Maybe they do.
And you know what? Call me over dramatic here, but I always feel like Game 4 is huge when it's a 2-1 series because if you're the team that's up 2-1 and you win Game 4, you're up 3-1. You're 1 win away from clinching the championship. But if you're the other team down 2-1 and you win Game 4. You're back to 0. You're tied at 2. It's a brand new series. Right. This is a huge Game 4 coming up between Phoenix and Milwaukee.
You're right. It's a huge swing game for sure.
So I'm looking forward to it. So that's the NBA Finals. It's getting real juicy now. And we go to the Major League Baseball All-Star break right now. We got the Home Run Derby tonight. The great Shohei Ohtani will be in the Derby tonight. 33 home runs. It's in Denver, Colorado. So that ball's going to be flying out. But here, I want to give you guys a pep quiz on a Monday morning here. So our boy Shohei Ohtani has 33 home runs here at the All-Star break. So he's closing in on the Angels' single-season record. Who owns the single-season record, and how many home runs is it?
Boy, that's a good question. I would definitely think it's Mike Trout because I cannot think of another Angel who's hit that many home runs other than maybe like Reggie Jackson from the 80s. I would guess Mike Trout.
I just can't think of another Angel Mike Trout.
My first thought before I actually looked it up, my first thought was Tim Salmon, the kingfish, right? Not Trout, but the other fish.
The other fish. That's right. There was a pre-Trout fish.
Salmon, true.
But I was wrong too. It was your boy Troy Gloss. He had 47 ding-dongs in 2000. So Troy Gloss, 47 is the number. But Shohei Ohtani with 33 right now, well on his way to breaking the Angels' single-season mark.
It's amazing. I mean, just one half of the season, 33 home runs. Silly how many he could end up with.
I mean, we got the Home Run Derby tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
he's in the Home Run Derby. So he'll be putting on a show, if you will, and then he could potentially pitch in the All-Star game the next day. He could win the Home Run Derby and then pitch in the All-Star game. It's wild.
I mean, it looks like he is the odds favorite to win the Home Run Derby tonight.
I think a lot of people like Pete Alonso. I know, Pep, Pete Alonso, big home run hitter for the New York Mets. That's probably Shohei's stiffest competition, but I think that thin air in Denver, I could see Shohei just easily hitting him out because he does not have to muscle him out. He's more like Ken Griffey Jr., where he's just taking a nice little golf swing and out they go.
It looks effortless. I know he's swinging hard, man. That bat comes so fast through the strike zone, but it looks effortless. Like he's just, throwing his bat out there and boom, 400 feet later, it's leaving the ballpark. I'm just curious, how many of these guys go into the home run derby thinking, I'm just here for the experience, right? I'm going to take a bunch of selfies with the other guys. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to wear my hat backwards. And who's going into it thinking, oh no, I'm winning the home run derby. I didn't come here just to kind of hang out. I'm here to win. So I'm wondering if Shohei, first All-Star game, just going to try to enjoy the experience, home run derby, just have some fun, or if he's like, oh no, I'm the Major League Baseball home run leader. The fans are expecting me to win this thing. I'm going in, swinging for the fences. I'm just curious, what's the mindset going in?
I bet you he does well.
I mean, to your point, Patrick, about them being in Denver, right, for Colorado.
Thin.
They have the over-under for the longest home run at 515 feet.
Oh,
so they think that the ball is going to fly tonight.
That is a bomb, if you will,
515, that's insane. That would
That's
leave
the
a lot of
over-under for
ballparks.
longest home run tonight, yeah.
Jeez, clear the stadium. That's amazing. And I want to give a quick shout out to our guy Taijuan Walker, the pride of Yucaipa High School, making his first All-Star game. He's a starting pitcher for the New York Mets. He's had some really good seasons, but none like this. So congratulations to Taijuan Walker, the pride of Yucaipa, getting into the All-Star game, representing the Inland Empire, man, one of our guys. So that's always exciting to see.
Very cool.
All right, like I said, big, juicy sports weekend, our really big first sports weekend in a long, long time. The other big headline was UFC this weekend. And of course, whenever Conor McGregor fights, even if it's not the headliner, but whenever he fights, he is the guy. He is the premier event, taking on Dustin Poirier for a third time. And 40, you're our UFC guy. You're Mr. MMA, man. It looked like a broken leg, down towards the ankle. Stopped in the first round. Poirier wins by TKO. They're already talking about a fourth rematch, but it's not the way we want to see Conor McGregor go out like this, right?
No.
It was a rough one. I mean, anytime you see the shin touch the floor, it's rough.
Yeah, a broken leg. I did not think that we were going to see Joe Rogan and them both sitting on their butts while he's in an air cast. I did not see that happening.
Not a good look with McGregor still fired up, still talking smack at that point. Obviously, McGregor wants to go for a fourth fight.
Of course.
Everybody wants to kind of see it run back. Dana White, after the fight, kind of laid it out and said he would obviously love to see it happen, but it's going to depend on the circumstances because McGregor's obviously trying to recover from this. If Poirier fights again or gets a title fight and wins the title, and McGregor comes back, McGregor doesn't necessarily get a title fight back. Maybe they can have a rematch where the title's not on the line.
No, they may
they'll have to work it out that time.
They may do the rematch though, only because it does seem like Dustin wants to pound his face in and shut him up. So he was, you could tell he was like, I'm pissed that it ended that way because I was going to whip his ass. So he might do it just because he wants to say, shh, quiet, young man.
The way that I see this is it kind of sucks for the UFC because you have McGregor on one side of this who, ultimate hype man, can really build a fight, knows how to do that maybe better than anybody else actively right now, but is also maybe towards the end of his fighting career, his body obviously maybe not being able to hold up as much anymore. And then you have Poirier, who is amazing, but also very Kawhi Leonard-esque.
Yeah.
Not much personality with Dustin Poirier. So It's this guy's amazing, but he doesn't really sell fights, and he's not very good on a mic.
And that's what made Conor McGregor so special when he was on top, because he was on top of both of those, the fighting and working the mic. So it was literally like The Rock in the ring and Rocky in the ring. So it was amazing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, UFC, this is not a non-profit organization. They're there to make money, and they know as long as people are still paying to see Conor McGregor, they might be thinking, okay, we'll give number 4. We'll go, the 4th rematch between Poirier and Conor McGregor. We'll do it again because fans are going to watch Conor McGregor, and B, it's just more exposure for a guy like Poirier who might not be able to, promote himself as well as a self-promoter like Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? It's more publicity. Poirier, I think, is becoming more of a household name if you're a UFC fan. So I don't know. Do I want to see the 4th time around? Not really, but I can see why they might want to do it and push it one more time.
If Poirier loses, get ready for that rematch. Pep, tell them how to get your stuff.
Hey, it's Inland Sports all over social media. We got the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Check it out. We got the Major League Baseball draft going on. We got local guys from the IE that will be having their names called by Major League Baseball teams. So make sure you follow Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.